All right, class, time to learn how to edit with Adobe Premiere Rush. So Adobe Premiere Rush is fantastic. I've created some practice files for you. You can find them on Econestoga. I've just put them on my desktop where they're nice and easy to find and actually named them all so you can find them easy so they don't have a goofy file name. For instance, jumping jacks is what you expect. So let me close that up. Let's go into Adobe Rush. And easy enough, I create a new project. And I find out, hey, where did I put that? And well, actually, if I go to my desktop, here's the folder that I created, and you'll create one. You can put it on your C drive somewhere. And there's all the files. Now, I can pick them all at once. I can pick all of these files at once. I can do, and put them in order. So right now, I actually want to do my main video first. I'm going to pick one. Now, I could pick other files or all of them and number them in order, and it'll actually put it on the timeline in order. But for what I'm doing today, actually, I want to just cover my audio here. So I'm going to press Create. And it's preparing these. You will love Adobe Rush because you can use it it's in the cloud, so you can use it on so many devices, and it does all the cool things that Premiere Pro does, but just in a little bit easier way. So here's my main video. Let's press play. Hello, class. So I have a video project that we're going to edit together. So I'm going to be recording this video, and I've taken some B-roll of my daughter doing the typical part of a karate class in our basement. So we'll start covering this video now. All right, let's cover that. So the first thing I'm talking about, I believe, is jumping jacks. Let's see some jumping jacks. Let's hear it. So jumping jacks are... Okay, jumping jacks are next. So, and I got to cover that up because it looks goofy now that I've changed the angle. So I'm going to click the plus sign up at the top, go to your media, and let's find that jumping jacks shot right there because it puts them in alphabetical order. And what's really great is I can click that. I'm going to left click on it. I'm going to drag it. And you can see it creates a second video timeline. I'm putting it on top of my video. I'm putting it on top of my main video. I can slide it over just a tad. Let's see how that lines up. I'm going to move the playhead by left clicking on it. I can press the space bar to play, or I can press play. Either one of those works. Taking some B-roll of my daughter doing the typical part of a karate class in our basement. So we'll start covering this video now. Here we go. All right, so that B-roll works. We kind of want to get rid of the part where I say, here we go. So if I press the plus sign, I can zoom in a little bit. And look at that. You can actually see the little blue waveforms, which is kind of great. So let's figure out where we exactly want to start. So we don't want her looking at the camera. So there she goes. Smile on her face. Start right there. And if I go to the very edge of the clip, I can left click, just like we did in Adobe Audition. And we can do this, so we can make this edit happen. Let's left click, and we start things off so she can get her muscles nice and warm. And she can move into... Pretty loud. I mean, I like the sound of her doing the jumping jack. I think it sounds great because natural sound actually takes us to location. We don't do silent movies anymore. We actually want to hear Grace doing her jumping jacks. So let's make that so it's not quite as loud as my voice. So if I click on the clip and I go to the very right, the sidebar menu, the second from the bottom is waveforms, just like we edit with an Audition. If I click on them, here we go. I can mess with the clip volume. So right now it's at 50. I'm going to mess with it. I'm going to put it back to, say, 22. Seems about right for B-roll, and B-roll is what we call it when we're covering that. So let's click back on the main timeline, and actually want to close this up. I'm going to be recording this video, and I've taken... So let's click on the timeline. There we go. All right. Here we go. So jumping jacks are how we start things off. Ooh, you know what? I didn't cover enough of my face there because it moved right down to my chin. Maybe before I move my eyes down there, how about that? I'll move it right there. So it's perfect. So now. So So jumping jacks are how we start things off, so she can get her muscles nice and warm. Then she can move into some stretching because she will be doing a lot of kicking. All right, now I need the stretching shot. So, and I want that being right where I said stretching. Because she will be doing her muscles nice and warm. Then she can move into... And so I'll adjust that. I'll left click there and drag it so it's shorter. Let's go find that stretching clip. Stretching, stretching, stretching. It's an S, so it's at the end of the alphabet, and there it is. And I can grab this and drag it on there. There it is. And all right, let's hear it. Then she can move into some stretching. And again, we got to bring down the volume of that clip. Bring it down to 22. Move into some stretching because she will be doing a lot of kicking in this workout. Next. All right, and adjust it there. Now something you'll notice, if we go from this clip of the jumping jacks nice and warm, then she can move into the B-roll. We call that a jump cut. So she's gone from one thing to another magically, and it looks weird. It kind of is a little bit jarring. So we call that a jump cut. So to preserve the continuity, if we can't solve it, we dissolve it. So I'm going to go to this little icon here, this cool thing with the lightning bolt, means effects. Now click on that. And I'm going to pick one of these great transitions. So our effects, we have transitions. We can actually do some pans and zooms if we have some still pictures, which are kind of fun. We're just going to mess with the transitions today. I'm going to take this dissolve right here, and we're going to left click and we're going to drag it in there. If I click it right over there, we've actually got a nice little dissolve now. Check this out. Warm, then she can move into some stretching because she will be doing a lot of kicking in this workout. Next, she does... All right, and it's actually because I clicked on the frame, it's actually putting some in automatically that I don't really want. So I'm going to get rid of that one because I didn't want it to dissolve into me. It's kind of an intuitive program, but every once in a while it guesses things that you don't really want it to do. So I'm going to go, I think the next one we said was kata. In this workout. Next, she does some push-ups. Oh, push-ups, push-ups. Let's find push-ups. Push-ups are right here. I can just drag it over. Kicking in this workout. Next, she does some push-ups. All right, and again, we want to get rid of that spot where she looks at me. So I'll just adjust that ever so slightly, drag it over. Workout. Next, she does some... Okay, let's bring down the volume. Bring that to 22. There it is. Now the other thing I can do is I can actually select all these clips at once and bring down the volume instead of doing it one at a time. So you could save that till the end if you wanted to. I'm not going to though because I want to demonstrate it one at a time. So that volume's better now. And I can put in a cool little dissolve. Let's see if I just highlight it there. Will it do it automatically for me? Oh, it does. Check that out. That's great. Next, she does... So I don't actually have to drag it. In Premiere Pro, you have to drag it. That's fantastic. The upper body ready for what is about to come. Okay, for what is about to come. This. And we need kata to start when I say this. So if I press the plus sign, I can zoom in. I can see a little more of that clip. I'll back it up. The next shot is called kata. Let's find that kata. Here it is. Drag it in. And I'm going to zoom out. Students to practice their techniques when they don't have a partner. So this one is called Shiho Kuskun. Here, Grace demonstrates a punching and kicking combination. This is called combination number 5. It's a round. All right, so I wanted to do something called back timing. So I want this clip to end where Grace does a ki. Followed by the reverse. I want it to end there because I think that's cool. So I'm going to back this up there. I'm going to adjust this a bit. And then wait till I say, listen to what I said. It's kind of like a dance. It's a way for karate students to practice their techniques when they don't have a partner. So this one is called Shiho Kuskun. All right, and I want to end there. Let's hear that, and I'll zoom in. Now these don't quite touch. I know you think I'm being fussy, but you'll see how cool this looks when we're done. And let's have a look now. Let's have a listen. About to come. This is called kata. These are choreographed fighting moves, kind of like a dance. It's a way for karate students to practice their techniques when they don't have a partner. So this one is called Shiho Kuskun. Hi! So yeah, that's nice. And then she does the ki, and we go to the next one, and I'm going to put a nice dissolve right here. Dissolve it. There we go. So she had the nice ki at the end. So this one is called Shiho Kuskun. Hi! Here, Grace demonstrates a punching and... So let's go to combination number 5. Grab this, stick that in there. Techniques when they don't have a partner. So this one is called Shiho Kuskun. Hi! Here, Grace demonstrates a punching... And let's bring down the volume. 22. Number 5, it's a roundhouse kick, followed by a reverse punch. Now she's going... All right, and I like, because just as we got lucky... It's a roundhouse kick, followed by a reverse punch. So I said reverse punch as she punched. When I said roundhouse kick, I didn't see a kick exactly, but, you know, we can mess with these more later. But I think you guys get the idea now. Kick, followed by a reverse punch. Now she's going to put on her glove. Okay, so this is an edit that I want to show you. I shot this one twice. So I shot the gloves a couple of times. The nice thing here is because we've gone from a medium shot like this to a very close-up, it's not quite as jarring. You can put a... if you want, you can put a dissolve in there. It's not quite as jarring because we went to that close-up, but I am going to dissolve it because technically it should be... let's put it right here. Now that you know this feature exists, hit dissolve. I think that's dissolving it there. Let's see if that dissolved it. Followed by a reverse punch. No, it did not dissolve it. So let's drag it there. Dissolve. There we go. Put on her glove. Let's move from this close-up to a... So let's move from the close-up to the wide shot. There's the gloves, or the medium shot. So you heard me say I'm going to move to a close-up of the gloves to a medium shot of the gloves. So this is... So there you can see she's got the right glove on, and she's just about to put the left glove on. Let's see if I can find that same part on the medium shot. As I shot this twice so that we could do this. This is called sequencing. And this looks pretty close to me to where it is. So I'm going to zap this, move it over. Let's see how that panned out for us. Let's move from this close-up to a wider shot. Ooh, that kind of jumped a bit, didn't it? I don't think those quite... To a wider shot. Close-up to a wider shot of her... no, that wasn't quite right at all. It should be right about there, I think. I messed that up. That did jump a bit. I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if that jarred you as much as it jarred me. But let's check it out. This close up to a wider shot. That's better. Okay, and while we're at it, let's select those two clips. Oh, I gotta select them one at a time. You gotta select them one at a time. So we'll do the audio and bring that down to 22. And grab it here. We'll also bring that down to 22. So a few features in this that aren't quite as cool as Premiere. Move from this close-up to a wider shot of her putting on the gloves. When we do this, it's called a sequence. All right, it's called a sequence. She's got her gloves on now. Let's hit the bag now. Okay, let's hit the bag. Let's hit that bag. Let's go to punching. There she is. When we do this, it's called a sequence. Let's hit. And I like that nice sound up. Let's hit the bag. I like that. So let's hit the bag now. Let's hit. Called a sequence. So because I like that sound up, I don't actually want the volume down though. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to break this up into 2 clips. I'm going to break this up so that I can. So I'm going to have that nice punching thing. If I grab these scissors, oh, let's not do that. I was on the wrong clip. So let's grab here, and I'm going to grab scissors. And now it's cut this into 2 clips, see? And this clip, I'm going to keep that volume real high. This one, I'm going to lower the volume down to 22. So let's hear that now. Let's hit the bag now. Maybe a little abrupt, but it's not bad. Let's hit the bag now. I'll bring that up just a tad so it's not quite so low. Let's hit the bag now. Grace is doing a series. Not bad. You can actually, there's actually dissolves you can do too with the sound. There's some audio sounds you can get if you go to a, well, they might not have an audio fade on this one actually. In Premiere Pro you can though, which is kind of sweet. So let's check this out. Doing a series of punches. Let's edit in a reverse. So let's edit in a reverse shot. And when I say reverse shot, by the time I say it, you should be seeing a reverse shot. So let's go see that punching reverse. Let's see it and hear it. When we do this, it's called a sequence. Let's hit the bag now. Grace is doing a series. Oh, and what am I doing? I've got to get in those dissolves. Right here. Let's hit the bag now. Grace is doing a series of punches. Let's edit in a reverse shot over her shoulder so we... Yeah, let's bring down the volume on that one. Just see the punches hit the bag. Kicking is... Alright, kicking is next. And we're almost done. We've got very few of these left. We've got 2 shots to put in, and we're almost done. And there's kicking. Let's put in kicking. Just see the punches hit the bag. Kicking is next. Here is a series of roundhouse. And volume needs to come down to 22. Shoulder again, so we can... And let's go over the shoulder once again. And if I want to break up this clip, like I say, I can just hit the scissors here. And now it's 2 clips. So instead of shortening one to edit it, I can just select it and delete it if I want. So now it looks like this. And then I'll put in that last reverse shot. Kicking reverse. Here it is. There we go. Now let's look over her shoulder again so we can see those kicks land. And that is a basic karate workout in our basement. All right, and since I've stopped talking, I will break up this clip. And I'm going to bring up the volume at the end, bring that back up to 50 because it's kind of cool to hear the bag getting pummeled after I'm done talking. And that is a basic karate workout in our basement. Whoa, thunderous, thunderous, thunderous. And one of the cool things we can do, we can just kind of let this fade out. I can put in a nice effect. This is a nice black dissolve. I'm going to put it right there at the end. It should do this. There we go. It fades out. Isn't that cool? So that is how we edit. That is the basics. You can edit pretty much any story doing that. Instead of doing this main video here, you could also just have an audio track. You could just record in a voice memo on your phone instead of recording yourself with a video. That'll work too. All right. Now we have to do something with this because you can't hand it in like this. So I'm going to go to share. And it's automatically by default, if you look in settings, it's going to turn it into a MP4. I'm going to say, I don't know, Grace Karate Demo. Yeah, and where am I going to save it? I'm going to save it to that original folder I created. So that was on my desktop. Here's Karate Practice. And select folder. So now it's putting this file that I've named into that folder. I hit export. That's done. It's done. It's just going to take a little while to publish it, but it is all done. That is what we do. And I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. But that is your basic video stuff. Some things we still should learn how to do. We should learn some titling. A few more cool video things we can do. And I'd also like to show you some Premiere Pro. But man, you can do most of what you see on Nightly News once you know a few of these little tricks. And this will be in the folder. I'll have a .mp4 extension. You can then just upload it to YouTube, give it your titles, optimize it, hand it in. You're all good. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Done. It's done. It is locally saved. And that is all there is. Looking forward to seeing your project.